We have just reached Pofadder in the Northern Cape after about 670 k's from Cape Town. What an awesome trip. First trip in the patrol. Tomorrow we start the Namakwa Equa Trail. It's a 600 kilometer trail through Namakwaland, going into the Richtersveld. It's going to be absolutely epic over the next 7 days. So stay tuned. That's right. Welcome to the Namakwa Equa Trail.
Departing Cape Town on day 1 of our 7-day overland adventure, our first destination and planned stop was in Pofadder that evening. After 6 hours of travelling on the N7 R358, we eventually reached the town of Pofadder. Pofadder itself has roots back to 1875. However, the town was actually established in 1918, given the name after Khoi chief by the name of Class Pofadder. Pofadder has 2 main fuel stations which both operate on Sundays. The town itself has plenty of accommodation to offer, with local bed and breakfasts as well as a normal hotel in itself. We chose to support local and we stayed at one of the smaller B&Bs named 7 de Laan Guest House. The next day we departed Pofadder in the direction of Springmore. We passed through the small town of Pella before deciding to tackle the famous Giant's Pass. The pass itself was absolutely breathtaking.
Klein, Pella.
It's important to note that both Pella and Klein Pella carry no fuel or any supplies. From Pofadder, you need to be completely self-sufficient.
And our first sighting of the Orange River on the Namakwa Eco Trail, with the donkeys in the background.
While the days are long, be sure to check out these old graves dating back to hundreds of years ago, as well as the old ruins of the cemeteries. They make for great picnic spots. Bitbunk is the last town before arriving at the Groot. There is no fuel or supplies.
We met a sort of local dude, not local at all, from Somerset West, and he caught us at the Groot at the top, which was barren, hot as hell. Not a great place to stay at all. And he took us to this. It's epic. Absolutely epic. And this is the campsite.
Groot first night of camping, and I've just had our first nerve-wracking moment of the trip. I'm not a sissy when it comes to camping and being outdoors, but snakes are probably yeah, that's the one thing that I can't really deal with very well. So I want to show you guys how close I was to I don't know what type of snake it was. Black, completely black, quite a big head, probably about this thick. Yeah, and I was sitting right over there. This is where it was crawling down, and I'm hearing and seeing snakes everywhere now. Woo! And that's where our tent is. It's just the neighbors.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere, and we meet these fantastic people. They invited us over for a dop, and what a flippin' experience. And this is what overlanding's about. The destination is one thing, but that adventure, getting you there, and the people you meet is another thing. The stories that this guy's telling me is remarkable. What a place, what an adventure. And I'm about to show you his camp. Check this place out. It is spectacular. So, day one, the Groot Melkboom. Well, the Groot Melkboom is in its chops, that is for sure. So I've heard probably 4 stories now. The boom had a whole bunch of bees with the honey in it, quite a bit of wind, and the local Namakwas try to harvest the honey, and in doing so creating a fire to create smoke to scare the bees off. They accidentally set the tree alight. Probably most probable cause of the tree being in its chops.
Our videos and stories yesterday, this is what is left of the Groot Melkboom in its chops.
The following day, we left for Ramansdrif. The vast, sheer open spaces were absolutely breathtaking.
After about an hour drive, really nice drive, light sand, just 4-wheel high all the way, really beautiful expansive canyons that you drive through. We eventually arrived at Ramansdrif to find it quite populated, unfortunately, and all of the sandbanks that or the grass banks rather, that you read about is nowhere to be seen. So Ramansdrif over there, rivers runs through. There is a bit of a grass bank a little bit further down there, but it's already taken by a few people. And now we are checking out some old ruins. Let me show you that quick.
There's a shot of the old ruins. I wonder who lived here. And then over there, we're gonna go check out that dude's grave, John Patrick Mason's grave. Seeing here that he accidentally drowned at Ramansdrif on the 31st of July, and then it just says 08. So based on the ruins, based on what's going on here, we reckon that's 1908.
So checking out all the graves and potential campsites, we're gonna push forward. There's a place on Tracks for Africa called Ramansdrif option B, which seems about 5 k's that way. So we're gonna take that option and we're gonna go check it out, see what happens.
Ramansdrif option B was an absolute dud, so we decided to push on to Kamgab via Goodhouse.
Welcome to Goodhouse, people. Really cool town in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Pretty much in the middle of nothing. There's a spaza shop here that sells bread, cool drink, coffee, all the important things except alcohol. Can't get any of that. And there's like a party going on over there. Yeah, this is Goodhouse.
After supporting a few local shops in Goodhouse, we headed off to tackle Kamgab trail. The trail itself is one of my personal highlights to the trip and takes between an hour to an hour and a half to go.
Deciding to skip Ramansdrif because of the rocks and the amount of people, we headed on to Kamgab. We did the river trail. The trail itself is really awesome. Takes an hour and a half once you get into the actual riverbed. And then we arrived here at Kamgab behind us. So it's looking pretty nice in the picture there behind me. But unfortunately, once again, just a lot of people, and our neighbors were very nice. There's not a lot of space to camp here. They're really nice, and they said we can literally pull in right next to them, to the only space basically available. I'm going to turn the phone around now so you can see what I'm talking about. Set up. We're going to literally put the tent there and shoot first thing in the morning. This is the type of terrain. I'll put in an aerial shot now of all the rocks around the area, so you can't just drive to the actual river to find a place where you want to camp. The river itself is very muddy. There's a campsite over there on that far side, and then we are literally on the doorstep. All our neighbours over there, which isn't great, but they were kind enough to give us this little spot. It's been a long day.
We've been on the road for probably 5.5 hours because we didn't like what we saw at Ramansdrif. But yeah, still a beautiful place to be. Just not quite what's expected. So not all too bad. Busy trying some classic burger patties here. With an awesome view. Check that sunset out.
As the night's cloak brought darkness to the dry riverbeds and canyons of Namakwaland, it brought to us these two black-backed jackal. This would be the setting and ending of our second night officially doing the Namakwa Eco Trail. We hope that you've enjoyed this adventure with us, and stay tuned for part 2 of this epic